Hello friends, it's been a little while. Glad to be back offering my sound healing and yoga workshop today. Tomorrow is the full moon, Wednesday is the autumnal equinox, so a wonderful time to be taking some time to settle and to become grounded and more clear, setting some intentions for that season, that new seasonal change. And remembering that the full moon really brings to light the things that you intended during the new moon. So you can always make some full moon wishes, but really making that intentional time around the new moon, and then we can see those things that we intended on the new moon come to flourish and light on the full moon. So welcome, I'm Kristen and I'm offering this from Olympia. Thank you for joining me from wherever you are. We're going to be spending the next 90 minutes together doing some breath work and some meditation, some yoga and some sound healing. So we're going to start off with some breath work and meditation, and then we'll move into some really gentle yoga postures. And so for me, yoga is not pain, so not taking it to that place of pain or discomfort when we get into our asana practice, honoring your body's wisdom, taking it to the pace that feels best to you kind of thing. And then we'll move into receiving the sound healing bath. So take a moment now to just get comfortable. You can be seated on the floor, you can be on a couch, you can be in a chair, whatever feels good. I'm going to be using the summer chime for a little while and then moving into that autumn chime. So take some time to get settled for a few moments. I wanted to also share on my website, KristenRubis.com, I have a PDF, a downloadable PDF that has sound healing information on one side, chakra information on the other. And so I'm just going to read a little bit from the sound healing side to just kind of bring us in a little more to this moment as we begin to relax and get ready to receive. Everything in the universe has a natural frequency vibration. Energy, light, atoms. Even the planets are vibrating at specific frequencies and radiate sound waves. Each and every cell and system in our body has a cycle, rhythm, pattern, and pulse. These systems resonate in harmony with the cycles of the earth. Every system of the human body, when challenged, responds positively to the effects of sound healing and vibrational medicine. While listening to sound healing, the brain relaxes into the theta state of brainwave. In this state, stress is reduced and energetic patterns begin to release. Sacred sound healing can alleviate pain, decrease inflammation, improve sleep, and create an overall sense of well-being. The rich resonance and vibration of sound healing awakens dormant cellular activity, supporting the body's natural frequencies and bringing the nervous system into more alignment. So yay, good job for taking care of yourself today, for taking some time out. I have more information on my website, KristenRubis.com, and if you are available to make a donation today, I greatly appreciate your generosity, and those links are also on my website. I am on Venmo and PayPal. Okay, so take a moment to get settled. If you're staying seated, settle back onto your sits bones, the bony prominence underneath the buttocks muscles, and begin to cultivate that nice tall spine. I like to imagine I've got a little string being tugged from the crown of the head. So reaching through the crown as you lengthen in the spine. If you're staying on your back for the meditation and breath work, maybe your knees are bent, maybe there's a bolster underneath your knees. So just begin to create comfort for yourself as you get settled, and we'll begin to breathe and meditate together. If you're comfortable to close your eyes, or just begin to focus on a stationary point in the room that you're in. And all we're going to do in this very moment is simply bring your attention to your own rhythm of your own breath. Begin to notice where your body expands with your inhalation, and sensing how everything releases back towards the spine with your exhalation. Nothing to do but simply observe the breath. Noticing if your belly expands as you take a breath in, does your heart lift? Can you feel the breath in your side ribs or your back body? Just noticing. Not changing or judging in any way, we're just observing the breath, trying to slow down the mind as we settle into this moment. Inviting that sense of ease and peace with your inhale, letting go what no longer serves you with each exhale. From here, we'll work closer with the breath, moving into a pranayama exercise. We're going to work with a balancing breath by inhaling for 3 counts and exhaling for 3 counts. If you have a clear nasal passage today, work with your breath in and out your nose. I'm going to do a couple rounds with you, and then you can continue to work with this breath on your own. We'll begin together. Inhaling 3. And exhale 3. Inhale 3. Exhale 3. Inhale 3. Exhale 3. Continue in this way. Count the breath in your mind. 1, 2, 3 as you take a breath in. 1, 2, 3 as you take a breath out. We'll incorporate this breath for 2 minutes. More rounds of the balancing breath, inhaling for 3 counts and exhaling for 3 counts. With your next exhalation, we'll release the breath work. Coming back to the natural rhythm of your own breathing. From here, we'll move into a simple meditation. On your inhalation, mentally affirm, I am. And on your exhalation, mentally affirm, filled with peace. Other thoughts may come to the mind, letting them pass and coming back to the meditation. I am filled with peace. For 2 minutes. 3 more rounds of breath with the meditation. I am filled with peace. And with your next exhale, release the meditation. Return to the natural rhythm of your own breathing. Take a moment to sense any changes in the body or the mind. And bringing the hands to the heart center in Anjali Mudra, bow slightly to the hands as you bow to yourself, honoring yourself for taking time out for self-care, for health and wellness, honoring the traditions of yoga and sound healing as we use this healing practice to support our nervous systems, releasing what no longer serves us and opening to deeper peace. Let's share one Om to open up our sacred space. We'll begin together, inhaling. Release when you're ready. Take your hands, if you are seated, take your hands behind you, fingers pointing towards your body, and just release your legs out in front and shake out your knees a little bit. If you were on your back, gently make your way up to a seated position. We're going to do some yoga postures seated on our knees and then on our back, and we'll transition to that sound healing. And then take your feet a little bit wider than your hips if you're on a yoga mat, out towards the side edges of your mat, and just simply rock the legs and the knees, sway them side to side. I've got weight in the heels of my hands and my fingertips are pointing towards my body. Again, moving to the pace and rhythm that feels best to your body with each posture and each movement, coming out of anything that feels uncomfortable or creates any pain. And then the next time your knees land over to your left side, let's release them to the floor, gazing down to your right knee for a little twist. Try to just allow the weight of your legs to relax towards gravity, bringing your mind towards your breath. Inhale, head and knees back to center, and then exhale over to the other side. Legs to the right as you gaze down to your left hand. Sensing your breath. Good, and bringing your head and knees back to center. Coming to a comfortable seated position. That could be Sukhasana, easy sit pose. You can be half or full lotus. If you need to extend one or both legs out so your body, hips, knees are more comfortable, do what feels best to you. Let's take our palms facing down on the knees. Again, lengthening through the spine by reaching through the crown of your head. And then simply just begin to make simple hip circles, circling your torso up towards the feet and back around towards the hips. You might be moving slower, you might be moving faster, you might be making smaller circles. That is the wonderful thing about yoga, is you make it what's best for everybody's body. Okay, next time you come up front towards your feet, reverse directions, opposite way. Alright, returning back to center, we're going to do a cat-cow flow with the arm variation. So take your arms in front, palms will face down towards the floor. Take a deep breath in. With your exhalation, we'll tuck the chin towards the chest as we arch back to cat back. Press that spine directly behind you. And then inhale, open the arms, tilt the pelvis forward, heart forward, and then look up to the ceiling in cow spine. Exhale back to cat back, and inhale into cow spine. So continue in this way, moving with your breath. Opening up the heart, beginning to awaken the spine, finding that rhythm and pace that feels best. A few more here. Good, last one. We're going to come back up to center and just let the arms float down, and then we'll move into shoulder circles. Finding that full rotation in your own shoulder girdle. Letting any tension or stress release from the shoulders and the neck, giving that away with your exhalation. Good, reverse directions, opposite way. We're going to return back to that original direction, but this time doing single shoulder circles. Opening up a little bit more in your trapezius, kind of moving the torso a little bit. And reverse directions again. Good. And release. Take the hands alongside your knees. We're going to inhale the shoulders up to the ears. Exhaling with a ha as we let them go. Inhaling out. Inhale. Good. Once more. Good. Take the shoulders back to your ears. Roll them behind you. Soften down the back body. So keep shoulders behind you. Press the belly button towards your spine so that we're engaging our core. And then take your palms facing down on the knees. Take another deep breath in. With your exhalation, tilting the left ear towards your left shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the right side. Inhale back to center. Exhale, take the chin towards your chest. Inhale back to center. Exhale, gaze up to the ceiling. Inhale back to center. Exhale, look over your right shoulder. Inhale, center, looking over your left shoulder. Inhale, center, and then exhale, returning to your right side to hold. So tilt the ear towards the shoulder rather than lifting your shoulder to meet the ear. Keep those shoulders softening down the back body. You can also reach the muscles on your left side of the neck up towards the ceiling for an isometric stretch. I'm still back on my sits bones, so core muscles are engaged. And then soften the muscles in your face and release your jaw. First variation to increase that stretch is extending your left arm out to the side, fingertips near the floor. Still breathing. The next variation, take the middle finger on your right hand to the tip of your left ear. Bring a little tug to the tip of the ear, creating more traction and lengthening on the side of the neck. Good. Return the hands to the knees. Gently inhale the head back to center, and then exhale over to your other side. Deep, sweet breaths here. Relax the jaw, soften face, soften your belly. Good. First variation, extending your right arm out to the side, fingertips near the floor. And second variation, middle finger on the left hand to the tip of your right ear, a little traction there for more lengthening. Good. Returning the hands to your knees. Inhale the head gently back to center. Exhale, we'll take the chin back towards the chest. And then inhale as you roll the right ear towards the right shoulder. Exhale, sweep the chin to the chest over to the other side. So we're going to make a smile over the heart center. Opening up the back of the neck and the cervical spine. Slow, mindful movements of the neck. One more to each side. We're going to take the chin back towards the chest for a couple of breaths. Reach the back of the skull towards the ceiling and practice breathing up your back body. Inhale, head back to center. Exhale, gaze up to the ceiling. Imagine a paintbrush on the end of your nose, painting an arch or a rainbow, going side to side. Opening up kind of at the top of the neck and the bottom of the skull near the occiput here. Still mindful movements, slow movements of the neck. side. Good. Bring your head back to neutral. We're going to take 3 integrating breaths. Eyes can be opened or closed. Try to bring your breath all the way up into the shoulders and the neck. Big inhale. Another deep breath. One more nice deep breath. Good. Gently reopen your eyes. Extend your legs out. Shake out your knees a little bit. And then we're going to take the left sole of the foot into the right inner thigh. And so you're going to have your right leg directly out from the body, not at an angle for the hip, unless that modification needs to happen for comfort of the body, but preferring that leg to come right out of your hip. Okay, that left knee, some folks might have a little more discomfort there, so you could prop a blanket or a pillow or a rolled towel underneath this knee. If this knee is higher up in the air, I suggest putting something under it because it's just going to be more uncomfortable to effort to hold that. So we do want to try to relax that knee down as much as possible. Come back to the sits bones, and then we'll take our hands alongside our hips. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, reaching through the crown as you hinge at the hips, coming towards that extended leg for a forward fold. Hands can be alongside the knee, the calf. Maybe you make it to the toes. The toes are not the goal, just the lengthening in the back of your own leg is the goal. So when you feel that stretch, then hang there with your breath. As you continue to breathe, things will begin to lengthen, and maybe you take it a little bit deeper. I'm not going to grab my strap in this moment, but if you had a strap, you could put that across the foot. And then gazing down to the knee of that extended leg to help the neck stay in alignment with the spine. And I am encouraging my left knee towards the earth for a little adductor stretch. You can do that if that feels good to you. Good, return to your breath. Three more nice deep breaths, making sure to get in some hamstring stretches each week, helping out with low back stabilization. And now we'll take it to a twist. So inhale, take your hands towards that front foot overhead. Exhale, right hand to your left knee, left hand behind you, twisting towards that bent knee. Still staying on the sits bones, I've got a flexion in the foot of my extended leg, looking over your left shoulder as best as you can. And then let those shoulders soften down your back body as you continue to reach for the crown of the head. You want to have that lengthening in the spine as we deepen in the twist. Breathing. Two more nice deep breaths here. We're going to take a little twist to the other side. So inhale the arms back to center. Exhale, left hand comes to the outer part of your right knee, and then just looking to the right. Exhale back to center. Extend both legs, shake out the knees again. And then we'll switch to our other side. I'm going to shift my angle here. Okay, so settling back onto your sits bones, take a flexion to the foot of your extended leg. We'll inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, reaching through the crown as you hinge at the hips, coming to your opposite side. Forward fold. Still encouraging that bent knee towards the earth. Gazing down to the knee of your extended leg. Making any modifications so your body is most comfortable. And then when you settle, come back to your breath. Notice that lengthening in the back of the leg for 2 more breaths. All right, friends, we'll transition towards our twist. Inhale, take the hands towards that front foot, back overhead. Exhale, now right hand to your left knee, left hand behind you. Twist to the other side. Still keeping a flexion of your extended leg. Let those shoulders soften down the back body. I never have had my hand in a bowl for my twist, but here we are. Breathe into the heart, in the back of the heart. little twist to the other side. Inhale the arms overhead, right hand to the outer part of your left knee, looking to the right, to the left. I'm doing opposite. Okay, back to center, extend both legs out, shake out your knees, and then we're gonna come into a forward fold with both legs extended, arms back alongside the hips, settle back to the sits bones, inhale the arms overhead, exhale reaching through the crown. Forward fold here, gazing to the knees for neck alignment. You could take something across the feet if you'd like. And when you feel a stretch in the back of your own legs, then hanging there with your breath. If the mind feels extra active, using our meditation from earlier, I am with your inhale, filled with peace with your exhale. Keep pressing belly and heart towards the leg, inviting more of a flat back rather than rounding your shoulders. Press that heart center towards the earth. 3 more deep, sweet breaths. And then we'll inhale, take the hands towards the front, feet back overhead. Exhale, fold the arms down. 3 shoulder circles in each direction. Good. Coming back to a comfortable seated position for a little Sukhasana Flow here, seated flow. So take the hands alongside your hips. We'll inhale the arms overhead, gaze up to the hands if that's good for your neck. Exhale, hinging at the hips into a simple seated forward fold. We're going to continue to move and flow here. So inhales, you round the torso back up, arms come back overhead. Exhale, shifting the weight over to your right side. Sits bones stay rooted to the floor. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the left side. Leading with your top arm into a twist. Lead with that top arm, left hand to your right knee. Right hand behind you, exhale over your right shoulder. Inhale, come back to center, arms back overhead, twist over to your left side. Okay, so that's our flow. We're going to work with that 2 more times. Inhale, arms back overhead. Exhale, seated fold. Inhale, round the body back up, arms come back overhead. Exhale over to your right side. Inhale, center, exhale, left. Inhale into our twist, exhale over that right shoulder. Inhale back to center, exhale, twist to the other side. Good, 1 more flow. Inhale, arms back overhead. Exhale, seated fold. Inhale, round the torso back up, arms come back overhead. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center, exhale, left. Inhale into our twist, we'll exhale over that shoulder. Inhale, return to center. Exhale, twist to the other side. Wonderful, now we're going to hold in several places. So inhale the arms back overhead. Exhale, seated fold to hold. So the arms will be extended from the body. You could come down to the elbows. You could take a block underneath the forehead. Keep your sits bones connected to the floor. And here let's round the body, so let the body take shape of the pose, so you can let the shoulders round and let your head hang. And then once you settle, practice relaxing and releasing in your hips and your glutes. Stay with your breath. From here we'll transition to a side bend flow. So inhale as you walk the hands back towards your body, arms come overhead. And then just take a few times to go side to side. Inhale to center and exhale as you shift over to the side. Just lengthening a little bit more on the side waist, the side body. Sits bones stay rooted to the earth. Top palm faces the ground as you shift to the side. Good. And next time you land over on your right side, let's hang there together for several breaths. Let that top shoulder soften down your back body. Notice your breath. Inhale back to center. Exhale over to the other side. Deep, sweet breaths here. Leading with that top arm, we'll transition towards our twist. So that hand behind you, those fingertips can point away from your body, But rather than leaning into that backhand, still stay on the sits bones with a nice tall spine. Let those shoulders soften down your back body. Deep, sweet breaths here. Good. Inhale the arms back overhead. Exhale, twist to the other side. Inhale the arms back overhead. Exhale, grasp onto your knees as you tuck the chin to the chest. We're coming back to a cat-cow flow. Inhale, tilt the pelvis forward, heart comes forward, look up to the ceiling and cow spine. So begin to move with your own breath. I'm going to go a teeny bit faster here, but please stay slower if that feels better to your body. Three more. Good, last one. And coming back to center. All right, extend your legs out again. And then we're going to transition to hands and knees. Go this way. I got some things. All right, so aligning your wrist under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. And then if you need wrist support, you can take your hands to fists, or you could roll up something underneath the heels of the hands to support yourself, okay? So we're going to take it back to a cat-cow flow. Lifting your belly button to the spine, so we'll just have a little bit of engagement of the core. Take a deep breath in here. With your exhalation, we'll arch up into cat back. Lift the belly to the spine and press the back of the heart to the sky. Inhale into cow, lifting tail, gazing up. Continue in this way, pressing both palms and all 10 fingers into the earth. Once again, awakening the spine, opening in the heart, and bringing a little boost to our immune system. Take it to your own pace. 4 more rounds here. Good, last one. And then the next time you come to cat back, let's hold there a couple of breaths. Press the belly button to the spine so our core is engaged here in cat back. Inhale into cow, let the belly be soft. And then with your next exhalation, take the buttocks to the heels for Balasana, child's pose. Forehead can come to the floor with your arms extended, or they could be alongside your body. And if your forehead doesn't naturally reach, stack a couple fists on top of each other to rest upon. Once again, when you settle, then begin to release the weight of your body towards the earth, softening and releasing as best as you can. 5 more nice deep breaths. Alright friends, we're going to move into a little cat-cow child's pose flow. So take the arms in front if they aren't there already. We'll take a deep breath in here in child's pose. With your exhale, press your bodies up into cat back. Inhale into cow and exhale back to child's pose. Inhale in child's pose. Exhale cat back. Inhale cow. Exhale child's pose. 2 more flows on your own. When you come back to Balasana, we'll hang there for 4 more breaths. Breathing into the hips, softening in your low back. And with your next exhale, we'll walk the hands back towards the body. We're going to do a quick wrist stretch, so if you're okay sitting on your heels, otherwise you could stay up on your knees or just offset onto a hip. So take the fingertips together, rotate your wrist around in circles. Oh wow, reverse directions. All right, coming back to hands and knees, we're going to do a balancing sunbird for some core strengthening and back strengthening. So start by extending your right leg back behind you. And so we're not going to go higher than our hip. And then try to square your pelvis to the floor. At this point, we want to be lifting our belly button to the spine. So you want to engage your core here to protect the low back. And then if you need that support with both hands, stay just like this. If the lift is too much, I'm going to go into a bowl. You could just take your tiptoes to the floor and not work with the leg lift, but just the leg extension. And then balancing sunbird, we extend our opposite left arm in front. Thumb will face towards the ceiling and palm towards the center midline. Lifting belly button to the spine, gazing to the floor for neck alignment, and breathing as we build strength and balance. Three more breaths if you can, release if you need to, always honoring your body. Exhale, release. We'll take that over to our other side. Start with your left leg extension behind you. Flex or point the toes, whatever feels good. Square the hips to the floor. And then opposite right arm in front if you want to go into full balancing sunbird. Gaze to the floor to help with balance, and then come back to your breath. Make modifications for your body as needed. Three more strengthening, balancing breaths. Good. Exhale, release. Coming back to child's pose, this time with widened knees. So take your knees wider than your hips. If you're on a mat, out to the side edges. Big toes will come towards the center midline. Release the buttocks back towards the heels, forehead to the earth, or on a couple stacked fists. And breathing as you release. Four more nice deep breaths. Good. Last full breath. And walk the hands back towards the body. Bring the knees back towards each other. One more wrist stretch. We'll interlace all of our fingers, making figure eights with hands and wrists. And reverse directions, opposite way. All right, friends, we're going to come onto our backs, and we'll do a couple more yoga poses, and then we'll transition to our amazing sound healing bath. All right. So knees are bent. Feet are hips distance apart, so lining your ankles below the knees. Extend the arms out to a T, palms to the floor, and then take your feet a teeny bit wider than that. And then just begin to simply sway the legs side to side, like windshield wipers on a car. Keeping your shoulder blades rooted to the floor. You can inhale the legs to one side and exhale to the other, or you could inhale to center and then exhale as you shift to a side. So find which flow feels good to you. Couple more times to each side, and then we'll hold. Good. Next time your knees land over to your right side, let's release them to the floor for a double knee down twist, looking in the opposite direction of your knees. If that's too intense, you could prop something underneath your knees for support. Two more nice deep breaths. Inhale, head and knees back to center. Exhale over to the other side. Deep, sweet breaths here. Good. Inhale, head and knees back to center. So keep the knees bent, but bring them back to hips distance apart. Take your left hand to your heart and your right hand to your belly. Let's just take a few moments to return back to the rhythm of our own breath cycle. Beginning to sense and feel the rise and fall of belly and chest with each inhale and exhale. And just returning back to the meditation for a few rounds of breath. I am, with your inhale, filled with peace with your exhale. One more relaxing breath here. Good. And then just release your arms down. You're going to prepare yourselves to receive your sound healing. I'm going to prepare myself to offer that sound healing, moving some things back in order here. So I would say to add socks, add a sweater or a blanket. You might want something underneath your knees. You might want an eye bag or pillow. You might want a sip of water. Okay, once you get settled, returning back to the rhythm of your breath. I'm going to talk a moment about intentions, and you're going to set some intentions for yourself to receive our sound healing today. Intention is our focus, and it brings us to the moment. And in that moment, we concentrate our efforts for that which is before us, for that which is now. Intention is our prayer. We pray for right action. We pray for divine guidance. We pray for balance. It is when spirit, knowledge, and intuition create a holy trinity. Intention is our structure and the energy that we want to bring. We will let go of any expectations, but take some time to set some intentions for yourself. Again, we're coming into the full moon tomorrow and the autumnal equinox on Wednesday. So this is a powerful time to set some intentions and really begin to open to letting go what you would like to release on all levels, body, mind, spirit. If there's anything you'd like to bring into your life, bring that to the mind and to the heart. And if there's anything you'd like to let go of, bringing that to the mind and to the heart. Letting all of that go as you invite yourself to stay in a peaceful state of relaxation. I will end with a few minutes of silence at the end for integration. attention back to your breath. Stay with the rhythm of your own breath as we take 3 minutes of silence for integration. Once again, bring your attention back to your breath. Begin to deepen and lengthen in the breath, reawakening your body. As you deepen and lengthen in the breath, begin to invite gentle movements to the body, wiggling your fingers and toes, circling your wrists and your ankles. And if you'd like, extending your legs out long and reaching your arms overhead, coming into a full body stretch, reaching from tips of toes to tips of fingers. Maybe you take your arms out to a T and your feet wider than the hips with the knees bent and sway your knees side to side. Just making some other movements to awaken your body. And then before you transition up to seated, take some time on your right side. You can use your lower arm to support your head. And we'll just continue with integration for a couple more breaths. And then using the strength of your hands, elbows, and arms, gently lifting yourselves up to a comfortable seated position, letting your head come up last. Taking the palms facing down on the knees. If you're okay to keep your eyes closed or just focus your gaze downward, and just take a few moments to practice self-sensing, noticing any differences or changes than before we began together this afternoon. Sensing your sits bones rooted to the earth as you extend your crown to the cosmos to lengthen in the spine. And we'll return to a few more rounds of the balancing breath by inhaling for 3 counts and exhaling for 3 counts. We'll begin together, inhaling 3 and exhale 3. Inhale 3, exhale 3. Inhale 3 and exhale 3. 2 more rounds on your own. Releasing the balancing breath, coming back to the natural rhythm of your own breathing. Taking one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. Taking time once again to honor your body, your breath, your spirit. Honoring yourself for taking time out for self-care. Honoring the full moon tomorrow and the autumnal equinox on Wednesday. May this new transition to this season be filled with grace, ease, abundance, and kindness. And taking both hands to the heart center. Repeat inside your mind 3 times, I love you. Remembering to stay loving kindness toward yourself inside your mind and your heart, so that that energy may ripple out into the universe to support others with kindness and compassion. Bringing the palms to Anjali Mudra and prayer at the heart. We'll close our sacred space with one Om, taking a deep breath in to begin together, please. Inhaling. We'll end by praying for peace with one Om, 3 Shantis and 3 pieces. Om, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. And we carry it into our worlds. Namaste. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, Zoom. Thank you, Instagram. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, Universe. Thank you, Self. Thank you, everyone, for joining me today. That was really wonderful. I am KristenRubis.com as far as more information on sound healing, upcoming sound healing. And thank you very much. If you want to make a donation, I greatly appreciate your time, and many blessings to you all. Namaste and have a great rest of your day. Thank you.